going live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey guys, welcome to today's Secret Team Challenge. This is the cooking challenge. You will have exactly 25 minutes to cook something up. Whatever you got in your fridge, and it has to be done in 25 minutes.
25 minutes max. We are judging this competition purely on aesthetics. We want to see beautiful dishes.
Mm-hmm.
We want to see your best chef's palette on display with these meals.
And once you do that, you will be uploading those pictures on Strava after your next run. Because after that run, the event is you get to enjoy your meal you just made for lunch. So
let's dig in.
Let's begin. The time is on. We're going to keep the live stream rolling for you guys to look on. But today, Adriana, what did she do for us?
Adriana, again, one of our keynote speakers from before, dropped off some mystery ingredients. So what myself and Xander are going to do for you guys, we're going to unveil what these ingredients are.
Let's do it. What do we got?
We have no idea. 2 full bags. Let's see what we got in the first one.
We got black beans.
And some lentils.
Lentils, okay. What are we going to do with this? A 4-cheese pasta sauce.
And we have to use this one. Some spoons.
Wow.
Okay, that's going to be tough to incorporate in a dish.
I bet if we melt this down to some kind of spaghetti or something.
But wait,
what else?
There's more.
Okay, what do we got?
We got some shrooms, the good ones.
Okay. 2 pairs. Okay, interesting.
2 pairs. Okay.
I have to put fruit in this meal.
We got some red bell peppers.
Red bell. Okay, nice and dark red bell peppers. Oh, and we got some Marble Farmers cheese.
Okay, good. Good cheese. Cheese it up.
Okay.
We have 1 onion. And last but certainly not least, we have
potatoes.
The taters.
Wow,
So you guys see all these ingredients.
We got a boogie.
Now we have to create a beautiful dish. Do we even have a knife to cut things?
It's a good question. How about I work on the utensils? You figure out how we're going to do this.
Okay, folks. So we have to put our creative juices to the test. A reminder. My name is Morgan, actually. If you guys don't know me, I don't know if I've been introduced. Nice to see you. We are tired, but we are going to do our best. So what we are going to start with is obviously a veggie side to our meal. It's going to include some potatoes, some peppers, and some shrooms with a bit of chopped onion. That's going to combine nicely to really accentuate the different flavors that we have here. Keyword accentuate. With this, we will also braise our dish with the Quattro Formaggi sauce. This is going to really bring out the texture and the ambiance that you normally wouldn't find elsewhere. Next, we're going to have the other portion of this. Are we using those nuggets?
No.
Okay, we need to remove those nuggets. This is embarrassing. You guys weren't supposed to see those. And the other side, we are going to combine our black beans and lentils. Now, these are very high in protein, but they are not animal protein, plant-based. Some say it's better.
Who knows?
The choice is yours. So what we're going to do is potentially mash these up to form somewhat of a hummus, you could say.
Hey, that's a great idea.
Thanks. I just thought of it. And what we will do is dip our pears into the hummus to get a bit of a sweetness, also combining with
the salty, savory taste of the beans.
All right, folks. We have exactly, I think, 20 minutes. Let's get to it. We have some knives. Follow along with us.
We got a cutting board.
We have a cutting board. So, Z, you're going to be in charge of cutting.
Roger that.
Again, in a kitchen, you need
A cutsman.
you need roles and leadership. Good thing we are both great leaders. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a can opener, which I would find. Owen? Okay, I found one.
Okay, right on. Now, could we get a time check, please, ref? 19 minutes. How am I cutting these?
This is broken.
What's this for, though? We're just kind of thinking over what's what for. What's these peppers for? How we're gonna cut them? Man, this is gonna be interesting.
I'm gonna try this one again.
You know what? We got to get these potatoes cooking. We either microwave them because we don't have a pot. Don't cough on the meal. All right.
Guys, I may have figured out this can opener. Z, how are we doing with the taters?
Yeah.
I think we're doing well.
Great. All right.
Cat got your tongue. It's okay. That's why you always cook in pairs. When someone falls, you're there to pick up the slack.
Thank you, Owen.
Thank you, Owen.
Okay, I'm gonna stick these potatoes in the oven, and we're just gonna stick them in a pot, and they'll be done. And what are we using these for? These are gonna be our base, our foundation for our bean spread and 4-cheese sauce.
Wow. That's not at all what I said, but we're going to go with that idea.
Just wait. What did you say?
I like it.
Okay.
And what I'm doing here is opening up these cans. Stay tuned. Do we have an oven?
Say that again.
Do we have an oven?
That's microwave oven.
Right. Right.
My goodness.
I swear it's not me. It's just the can opener. What's up? What's going on?
All right, so I've put the potatoes in the oven for about 10 minutes. It's a very strong oven. And what was your idea with the? Morg's idea with the lentils and the beans was to
Mash it up. Create a bit of a hummus paste dip. May have you.
So that's going to be a dip. And then is the 4-cheese going on the potatoes?
Now, what do you mean the 4-cheese? Okay, you know what? That is up for interpretation.
Quattro formage.
In the kitchen, you need to be on your toes. You need to be able to adapt, improvise,
Champions adapt.
and even overcome.
Okay.
As I have overcome with opening these 2 cans. Xander's left me again. It's okay, because I'm going to improvise and do this on my own.
Here's some wisdom. Don't try to put a PR best 1 mile before you embark on a cooking challenge. Lane, great job, by the way.
Is this a strainer? Is this a strainer, Owen? All right, so what you need to do with these beans and lentils, put them in a strainer. Not sure why there's this at the bottom. To be honest, I think it's a lid. We are going to use it because in the kitchen, you improvise, adapt, and overcome the obstacles. You got to wash these. If you don't wash them, they'll come out the other end not pretty.
Okay, so I've just cut up my red pepper into about 1/2-inch pieces. I'm gonna go ahead and now start cutting up my onion.
Yeah, I was thinking of making them like a veggie wrap. Good. Okay, so as I rinse these, I'm also going to be cutting up the veggies because, again, it's all about improvisation. All right, so those are going to soak and drain. I'm just going to come over here and start cutting up this onion. Now, a couple tricks when cutting up an onion you may not know. If you chew gum, I haven't tested this, I hear you won't cry. Also, if you're not a pansy, you won't cry. It's not true. That was just a joke, a bit of humor. In the kitchen, you need to have fun and have some humor. If you wear glasses, contacts even might do you well. Unfortunately, I don't have any of those. So you might see me cry. You wanna peel the outer shell. Otherwise, you'll be choking like Xander has been for the last 5 minutes. Again, champions overcome, champions adapt. Let's cut up some of these bad boys. Just get her in there. We're doing well here. You want to dice these guys because they're going to cook a lot easier like that. If they're long chunks, they're not going to get as soft and as flavorful. Again, in the kitchen, you want to be as flavorful as possible. You don't want your food to be bland, all right? Take that one to the bank. Again, I'm not sure why it's just me still, but it is. So I'm just going to keep doing my thing. Okay. The can opener was a struggle, not because of me. It was not a user issue. That can opener was not very good. Why did we raise the?
Because just to make up your voice.
Was the voice off?
No, the mic had fallen.
The mic fell. No. James put it lower.
He put it lower?
So they could see our faces.
Oh snap! Okay, my bad.
Okay, Z, you take this over.
Right.
I'm gonna go back to my hummus dip with the chickpeas and the lentils.
So Owen has nicely prepared the onions and peppers for me. From here, I'm gonna take. Yeah, and and Morgan did the chopping. So we're gonna just
Also, no tears.
no tears. Now we're just gonna put some olive oil on this.
Some mushrooms.
And some mushrooms. But before we do the olive oil, we're gonna do the mushrooms. Now you can season this with salt and pepper, or use spicier stuff like chili or paprika. Now, because in the interest of time, I'm just gonna be cutting these mushrooms into quarters. And mushrooms taste better when they're bigger.
Because bigger is
Better.
better.
And once this is done, we will put this on the oven and saute it. Oh man, I gotta check the potatoes.
Okay.
And
We don't have any plastic bags, do we?
maybe to the left.
Plastic baggies.
If you're noticing, all these vegetables came pre-washed.
Except the beans and lentils. You need to wash the beans and lentils, as I have. So, we're going to improvise here again. I don't have all the utensils that you normally would. So you're going to pour these bad boys into this bag. As you see, I'm doing quite well here and not struggling one bit. There you go. So we want to turn this into a nice hummus. How do we do that?
How do we do that?
Great question. We use a masher. Do we have one?
Of course we do.
No, we don't. At least not that I can find. So again, in the kitchen, You need to be on your toes and you need to improvise
And adapt.
and overcome. So what I'm going to do is with one of our secret ingredients, the Formaggi Quattro, I'm going to use this. Slap this bad boy down. This is my masher.
You want to be very careful that you don't break the glass jar into the bag of lentils, or you might have a difficulty eating later on. If you don't have a glass jar,
It's a great tip.
a hammer would be useful, or a foam roller maybe.
Ooh.
We could take this over to the mats,
Even a mug.
even a mug.
So as I do this, Xander will talk about what he is doing with the veggie delight.
So I'm just going to add a little bit more red pepper. Remember, these are our half-inch pieces. And then I'm going to take this over to the hot plate and saute them. Now, I'm getting really interested in what you guys are cooking up,
Can't wait to see.
because I'm sure it's a lot better. I mean, thank you, Morgan. I'm going to bring this over, and Morgan is going to show us the progress of this mash.
All right, folks, thanks for tuning back in. So, as you can see here, I don't know if you can see, these chickpeas and lentils are getting squished. That is what you want exactly. They're not quite done yet, but you will start to see that they're going to... Are you okay? They're going to start to congeal together and create a sort of a paste, pretty thick. That's okay. That is what you want. So continue with me as I use my masher to mash. We need to fill this empty air, Z.
Say that again.
I got nothing else to say right now.
All right. So we just want to talk about a few sponsors. That's not one of them. But which one is Powerade?
Is also not one of them.
Quench your thirst. Thank you from our sponsors. Next. Okay, so I'm sauteing the vegetables. I'm going to do a little bit of seasoning with salt and pepper. A dash. And a dash.
But Xander, I thought a dash was just like a dash.
That's right. But champions adapt and we overcome. So if it is too spicy and too salty, we will find a way out.
That's right. Anyways, so as Xander cooks up his vegetable Bentley, my hummus spread is almost done. The missing ingredient is obviously what we're dipping this into. What we're dipping into this. And our secret ingredient was
Pears.
the green pear. We can also use some of the bell peppers if you leave them in a nice thick chunk. That's a good scooping utensil. So let's do it. Z, I'm going to move over here.
Okay. Now, if you don't have any spatulas or plastic utensils to use on your frying pan, I suggest using maybe something that's made of rubber, not plastic. In my case, I don't have any utensils or rubber, so I'm just going to mix it around.
Again, because in the kitchen, you need to think on your toes. If you don't have the right utensils,
You got to make them.
you still need to eat.
Okay.
So what do champions do? James, what do champions do? They overcome. They improvise. They adapt.
Okay.
And they eat like champions.
So our potatoes have just come out of the oven. They're nice and hot. They're soft. Do you want to just poke it, see if they're ready? Wow.
Wow, like smooth like a baby's bottom.
Right on. So we're just gonna let those cool a bit, and we will be using them for the base. Okay, this is all coming together. It's looking really good. You know, I'll shred the cheese, right?
That's right.
Okay.
14 minutes.
All right, 14 minutes. We actually. Hey Xander, what are we gonna plate this on to show our audience?
Well, I'm a colors guy,
He is.
and I know how colors complement each other. So, you know, we got a lot of different colors here. I'm gonna suggest something, maybe a white, a shade. What do you think?
A white or a shade.
I'm gonna go moon blue. Okay.
He chose moon blue. That is because our producers are laughing at us. Okay, we're getting roasted, but that's okay because champions adapt.
You know what?
And that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna prove the haters wrong. We're gonna make an amazing dish. And then when we see your dishes,
Adriana has supplied
look at the comments that will be made.
a bountiful array of foods here, and there's no way we will fail. So what am I gonna do here is I'm gonna put the base on the plate. Okay. Here we go. Right?
Yeah,
Are
I
we gonna
think
mash
so.
these, or are we gonna? What do you think? We've mashed one thing already. Probably safe not to.
Sure. Yeah, I don't think we need all those.
Okay. So here we go.
Looking
Boom.
good, looking good.
Boom, boom, boom. You know what? This is looking so good already. I'm gonna give the camera a little bit of a close up.
Wow. Yeah, do it. Give him a little teaser.
Yeah. Our producer's just zooming real close right now.
Oh, we gotta use this.
No, does not look good. Wow. Okay, those are 10-minute oven cooked potatoes. Okay.
I need to cut myself.
All right. Thank you. Now, okay, so that's there. Oh, what do you got over there?
My name is Morgan. Again, allow me to introduce myself. I don't know if we've met. My name is Morgan. We live together. He still doesn't know that.
All right, Morgan. What
But
are we?
champions adapt. We don't get down on ourselves. So he has plated the potatoes to perfection. The olive of the plate really brings out the texture and creaminess that every plate needs. So what I'm going to do now is get our what is this called? Hummus dip of sorts. We're just going to pop a big chunk here. Again, this is looking mighty fine.
Wow. Look at that.
Oh,
Look at
that smells really good.
Wow.
It smells really good. So
Maybe a little salt and pepper, right?
let's add some salt and pepper to that.
Yeah.
Save this for later because you'll want more.
Right.
Garnish that to perfection.
Now you notice how the colors are complementing each other. We've got a beige, brown, an assortment, right? Okay, so what else are you working at over there?
We need something to dip into this hummus. Now, do we want sweet? Do we want less sweet but still tasty? We want both. So that's why I've cut up both red peppers to place around. Again, we're all about presentation here. What they say is you eat with your eyes first.
And not with your
Mouth.
right.
So we want the color just to jump off of the plate. Again, we have all of the creamy textures already coming together very nicely, but we want some pop, some sizzle. So therefore we get those red peppers to really jump out. And then we also place these pear slices as well. Watch as I do that. Okay. Wow. Do you see the excitement that is coming right before our very eyes? Stay tuned for more because we will complete this dish.
Okay,
Z?
so I'm going to take the quattro formage and I'm going to just lightly spread this on my sauteed vegetables.
Because, you know why? Because the sauce is really going to bring out those flavors that normally get trapped in the pan.
So we're going to trap them before they get trapped in the pan in the sauce.
And
Here I go.
therefore, the sauce goes on your plate. And as he's doing that, I am cutting up the cheese.
Yep.
I will slice this cheese because there's nothing better than a topped to perfection plate than topped with cheese.
Wow, now that quattro fromage sauce is very good. This is President's Choice. You can pick this up at your local grocery.
My choice as well.
Can we get a time check?
Can we get a time check?
8 minutes.
8 minutes.
Okay.
Here we go.
8 minutes. Well, you're already seeing amazement, so it can only get better. Now, what are we doing with this cheese exactly?
That might go well on the sauce. I don't know.
In the sauce?
No, just garnished over to the sauce.
Okay, so I should slice it so it looks pretty.
Yeah, a little bit better. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. All right, folks, this is really coming together nicely. I mean, if you doubted us, you're probably kicking yourself in the face right now because, wow, we come through.
So Adriana has provided us forks.
I thought it was spoons. Was it forks?
No, they're forks, and
Wow. Another curveball.
another curveball. But I'll show you what you're gonna do with this. You're gonna mix the sautéed vegetables. You hear that? Oh yes. Here we go. Here we go. I'd say this is just about ready, eh, Mark?
Yeah, it looks great to me, Xander.
Right on. And we're gonna place this right on top of the plate. Yep. I don't want to scratch the pan.
Maybe don't. Yeah.
So I have no other option. It's not melting.
Okay, just do it quickly.
Yeah, Mike.
If you're obviously, everyone knows that plastic melts.
But if you do it fast enough, it won't. I'm gonna put it right in.
That's right. Yeah, I think so.
Guys, I'm gonna put it on the.
Should we add a bit more?
Yeah. There's water. Oh, careful.
Got it. So what you just saw there is a bit of communication leads to even more.
Perfection.
We learned that from Gordon Ramsay himself.
Okay, and I'm just going to spread the garnish over top of the potatoes.
And as he's doing that, I will place these beautifully diced cheese.
Wow, do you smell that?
Diced. Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's always important actually to always try your food as well. Yeah, very good. Mm-hmm.
If Z approves, you know we approve.
That's just one of the sayings we have. Very well done. This dish is called, I forget the name escapes me. What's this dish called, Morgan?
Right. This dish, again, mixed up of many different ingredients that we had to pull together in very little time, might I add. This dish is called the King's Palate. Do you know why it's called the King's Palate? Yeah, take a picture of it. Do you know why it's called the King's Palate?
Tell me why.
Because this has everything kings would ever desire.
Dream of.
It's all about desire. And that right there That is it.
So our base, we got potatoes, small potatoes. Working off that base, we've got sauteed vegetables, onions, peppers, mushrooms. We got a 4 cheese, quattro formage, blended in with a dash of salt and pepper. On my left here, we have lentils and black bean mash hummus. And to go along with that dip, we have sweet red pepper and Ontario pears.
Fresh Ontario pears.
Enjoy.
Okay, so we are running. Again, wow. Can I hear a round of applause from our fans? All right, folks, that is all the time we have. Thank you for joining us in Z and me's kitchen. It rhymed, so I went with it. Tune in next time when we prepare the most delightful assortments of
doggy biscuits
and miniature cupcakes. So what we're going to do is in 3 minutes, we are running our next mile. This is number 20. We are
Wow.
hitting the
big 20s.
big 20s. So what we're going to do, run that, and then we are back at,
Run that, eat your stuff.
oh yeah. And then?
Remember to upload your food
So we can
onto your
chirp you.
Strava Run app.
So we're going to run, you guys are going to eat, enjoy, and then join us at the 50-minute mark. Tune in for a quick little update. Hopefully you guys are well fed, not as well fed as we are, and we'll see you then. Are we off? Yeah. Honestly, I thought that was like quite well done.